This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When send past the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Knicks.
Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. Ladies and gentlemen, the Knicks are 2-4 on the season. 2-4 on the season. They had a chance to win tonight. They were right there, ladies and gentlemen. Had a chance to win. Had a 2-point lead late in the game. 2-point lead late in the game when Julius Randle finally decided to show up in the second half. And that stretch, ladies and gentlemen, shows you if Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson are both playing a high level of basketball, the Knicks can compete with anyone. Without Julius Randle playing at a high level of basketball tonight, the Knicks were right there with the Milwaukee Bucks because Jalen Brunson dropped 45 points tonight. You know, we're going to talk about Julius Randle. I don't know. I'm hoping that the fourth quarter maybe lit something under him. He decided to start to play with some urgency at the end of the fourth quarter. Just imagine if he did that throughout the game. Julius, imagine if you did that throughout the game. Played on the offensive side of the ball with some urgency. I understand how the defense of the Milwaukee Bucks and other teams is geared. But you got to figure out ways, Julius Randle. You got to figure out ways. And, sadly, you have not been figuring out those ways. You know, the Knicks are 2-4, but I will say, you know, it was a much better showing tonight than we saw against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Obviously, the Knicks step up when they play against teams like the Milwaukee Bucks. Shout out to my guy, Uncle Fulio. He said Jalen Brunson. He didn't believe that Jalen Brunson was a wash with Damian Lillard. Well, I'll just leave it at well, Uncle Fulio. You'll hear this and see this at some point in time. But it wasn't enough to win the game. Wasn't enough to win the basketball game. I mean, the Knicks, they battled. They got down 14 points. They could have thrown in the towel. But they did not. They kept battling. They kept fighting, and they got themselves back in the game. And as you could see, you know, I've been talking about if the Knicks hit shots, things will open up for Brunson and for Julius Randle. The Knicks did a better job of hitting shots tonight. A better job. Not a great job, a better job of hitting shots tonight. 25.6% from the three-point line, though, tonight. Still, that's not great, but it's better. And in the fourth quarter, they made more three-point shots, which is one of the reasons why Julius Randle was able to go one-on-one versus Brook Lopez, one-on-one versus Giannis and score a couple of buckets. But Julius Randle, I mean, up until he scored on Lopez, that was his third shot in the second half. Knicks they're not going to win that way. They're not going to win. And yet still they had a chance to win. But you make the game so much harder. Make the game so much harder. Guys stepped up, though. Other guys stepped up in lieu of Julius Randle not scoring the basketball. Can't say that. You know what I mean? Take a look at the box score. See who did what tonight for the Knicks. Obviously, Jalen Brunson led the way. 45 points for Jalen Brunson. On a night when Uncle Fulio said that Jalen Brunson was not a match for Damian Lillard. He wasn't an better offensive player than Damian Lillard. Brunson 17 for 30 from the floor. 2 for 8 from the three-point line. 9 for 11 from the free throw line. 45 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists for Jalen Brunson. This is how you step up. When your team needs somebody to step up, this is how you do it. That's what stars do. That's what stars do. When their team needs them, they step up. And they drag everybody else to the finish line with them. But we're going to kill him if he has to score 45 points every night. He needs a sidekick that can do it every night. That's supposed to be Randall. RJ wasn't there tonight, of course. He needs a sidekick. Randall's supposed to be that sidekick. He's not getting it done. 6 games into the season, he's not getting it done. 16 points tonight for Julius Randle. 12 rebounds, 5 assists. Only 1 turnover for Randle tonight. A couple of close ones there where I thought there were going to be turnovers. He lost the ball in the paint. His hands just aren't there. His hands aren't there. How many times so far this season have we seen Julius Randle drive to the basket and then lose the ball? Just lose it out of his hands. Can't explain it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Quentin Grimes, 17 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Nice game for Quentin Grimes, man. 6 for 11 from the field, 5 for 10 from the three-point line. Okay, if you get Quentin Grimes 10, 11 shots per game, he's going to make, they're all mostly going to be threes. Every night that we've seen Quentin Grimes, shoot 10, 11 shots, they're all threes. That's what it is. More nights than not, he's going to make 4 of those 10. At least. He made 5 of the 10 tonight. Find them shots. Find them shots. Emmanuel Quickly, 14 points, 3 rebounds. Good game for Emmanuel Quickly. Dante DiVincenzo, only 3 points, 4 rebounds. Josh Hart, 6 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals for Josh Hart. The Knicks are going to battle. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? But, man, we need to we got to figure this out and fast. Because we can ill afford to let the season get away from us early. Now there's a sense of urgency. There's got to be a sense of urgency. And we're going to get a chance to see how they step up with a sense of urgency. You know what I mean? There's a serious sense of urgency right now for the New York Knicks. I'm not even exactly sure who they play next. I'm going to have to go check it out before we talk about anything. A critical play of the game, ladies and gentlemen. I love Quentin Grimes. I love what he did tonight. 17 points. Tough task. For the most part, he played good defense on Damian Lillard. But what I do notice about Grimes from time to time, and this is what young players do, so I'm not even mad. I hate that we lost the game and one of these plays was a critical play. But from time to time, young players lose sight of their guy. And we've seen that from Quentin Grimes tonight on that one play with Damian Lillard, where he kind of, he's ball watching. And he lost sight of where Damian Lillard was. And then Damian Lillard, bam, cuts to the basket and, gets a layup. But kudos to Quentin Grimes, though, for playing, some good defense on Damian Lillard. It's only so much you're going to be able to do with Damian Lillard, but he played some good defense on him tonight. You know what I mean? And made it tough for him. Big shout out to Kashif. Thank you for the Cash App. Appreciate it. He said, for our team, scrapped with two of the best in the East. And we have. We've scrapped with two of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. We got to figure out how to keep scrapping when we play teams that aren't the best in the Eastern Conference. Right? Because those are the teams, we got to beat those teams. If we want to be the third best team in the Eastern Conference, we got to beat the teams. We got to beat the teams that aren't the, top teams. Got to take them out. We beat Atlanta. We got to beat the Cavs. If we figure that or think that we're better than the Cavs, we got to beat them. The Pelicans, I don't know. I don't know what they are yet. But we got to take out those teams, excuse me, that we're supposed to take out. Kashif, again, thank you. I appreciate it. He said, we had them on their heels. And then he said, Brunson is better than Dame. Brunson was better than Dame tonight. There's no doubt about that. I mean, he was better than Dame tonight. I appreciate you. Thank you again for the Cash App, my friend. And if you don't know, the channel's been demonetized. Support the channel, ladies and gentlemen. All right, $, Cash App is $, nothing but Knicks. PayPal.me/nothing but Knicks. You can hit me there as well. All right, let me get to a phone call real quick. And, see what's popping. Calling you live. Name me where you're from, please.
Hey, man, it's the only one, Big Bubba. What's going on, son?
What's going on with you, man? Now he came out to the little, thing we had the other night. Now he wants to be calling in and all of that. You know what I'm saying? He went months without calling in, act like nobody existed, all up in his girl's space and all of that. Now he wants to call in.
Oh, man. Come on, man.
His lady got mad at him for going to the game. Now he wants to call in. Now he needs emotional support. What's popping? What's going on?
Yes, sir. This is what I don't tell you.
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Every time, man, I tell you something, you usually tell my business something. No, listen, man, everything's going good. I can't complain, man. Tough loss, man. Sim, listen, man, I'm not trying to kill Randall, man, but
he deserves it right now, though. He's not playing a good basketball game. I mean, the energy was there. I think the energy was there. Obviously, he's not shooting the ball well. He didn't shoot the ball well. 5 for 20 from the field, 1 for 9 from the three-point line.
So we talked about it on Wednesday, after the game. Do you think it's the ankle?
I mean, personally, and I said this on the Morning Brew today. I know that he's not in top shape because he didn't have the same conditioning. But I'm not gonna just keep saying the ankle, because he's out there on the floor. And I just feel like if you're out there on the floor, like you come out there and you're out there on the floor, you got a ball. You know what I'm saying? Does it have an impact? Yes, it does. I'm not going to say it doesn't. Because actually on a couple of moves tonight in the fourth quarter, I seen some of the speed. I will say that. I seen some of the speed. I seen some of the explosion when he took Brook Lopez to the basket. I seen some explosion. I seen the speed. He took Giannis to the basket a couple of times. I seen the explosion. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's not fully there yet, but how long are you gonna continue to say, okay, it's the ankle? He hasn't sat out a game. He's playing on back-to-backs. If he's out there on the floor, there's going to be a certain expectation for Julius Randle.
Yeah.
It plays in it. There's an impact. There's no doubt about it. There's an impact with the ankle. You know what I mean? So it is hard. And I know he wants to be out there on the floor. the team needs him out there on the floor because he's a draw. No matter what people say, people say, well, sit him down, this, that. He's gravity, which is what helps open up the game. But, I'm not going to just rely on that as a reason. He's got to step up and get in the gym, take some extra shots to start making these shots.
Yeah. Because that's my
get
big
in the
thing,
gym,
because
take
right
them extra
now,
shots.
I'm sorry, what's that?
No, I just said get in the gym. Get in the gym, take the extra shots, bring your son to the gym with you if you got to. You know what I'm saying? Take the extra shots so you can get that rhythm going. Because the rhythm ain't there for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not there. He can barely hold the ball when he's going to the basket. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about dribble. I'm talking in the air, the ball slipping out. The rhythm ain't there for him. He's got to get in the gym, take those extra shots. Spend that time. You're just going to have to, you got to do it. Or it's going to be a rough season.
Real quick. So I know he was recovered. So I know we're going on talking about the shot making, but is this the first season he's coming off an injury where he has to recover during the summer?
I know in his first, probably since his first season, yes.
I think that plays a part of it, man. Because right now, I'm a little shocked by Julius Randle, just with the efficiency. Because besides the thumb down season, I don't think he's really.
The efficiency is terrible right now. There's no doubt about it.
We're talking about, and it was making it more frustrating to me that we're losing only by single-digit points.
Single-digit points. Right there, having a chance to win, we're losing by single-digit points. And you can look and say, if Julius Randle, there's other things too. If free throws made, blah, 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 but he's part of missing the free throws too, right? But, you can look and say, if Julius Randle, we win the game. And that's what it's been for these games that we've lost. If Julius Randle makes, instead of being 5 for 20, if he's 7 for 20, we're closer.
We win.
If he's 8 for 20, you dig what I'm saying?
We win.
So.
And my thing is this too, Sam, is that's like, because right now I think 6 games you're shooting 27% from the field. Look, it's just frustrating because, again, like somebody said, like we said, we're in the games. We lost by Boston by 4. We lost this game by 5. We lost last night, Tuesday. I'm going to be real with you. That game was kind of over. But, again, we only lost by 6.
I am going to say, though, about the Pelicans game and the Cavs game, I am going to, 2 back-to-backs in a row, I think was tough at the beginning of the season. That's just my opinion on it. And I think those 2 back-to-backs played a part because they played, if you look at those, they played it terrible in both of those games. So I do believe those back-to-backs played a part. Obviously, you see, when they played the Bucks, they played well. When they played Boston, they played well. The energy was there. Obviously, they're playing Boston, they're playing Milwaukee. The energy's going to be there because of who they're playing, but the energy was there. The energy wasn't there really in New Orleans. The second game versus Cleveland, the energy wasn't really there. You know what I mean? So
I don't know if it's the conditioning or it's maybe the traveling with the back-to-backs. I don't know, but
it's early season. It's early season. I don't know if they should be doing any teams back-to-back. Give them the first month to get into the season.
Jeez. Yeah, so I'm not going to lie to you. That's a whole different story about how I feel how the NBA is treating the Knicks, especially with these officiating, with that whole Brook Lopez screen thing kind of pissed me off. But no, just with the scheduling, man. Like you said, Sim. Already back-to-backs already. Mm-hmm. We just got into November.
I know, and it's back-to-backs.
Yeah, that's what
back-to-backs. But
I don't know what the NBA is doing. I would say this though. I guess if you want to look at it a certain way, again, we talked about it again. If the Knicks could get past this tough stretch of games, I mean, you're looking at the second half of the season. If you can stay up, if you can do what you got to do,
right, no doubt.
It's not gonna be too bad.
Right.
But right now we're just rough because now we're talking about most likely it's going to be James Harden debut on Monday.
Yeah.
And you got to deal with 4 of those guys, and Russ is playing good again. Paul George is Paul George, and Kawhi is Kawhi. So we're talking about we might need all hands on deck for that game because that's gonna be a tough one. But
it is. But we said this one was going to be that way, and Josh said that Jalen Brunson was no match for Damian Lillard and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. So far, I gotta say this. I have to say this. When we have been up against these quote unquote elite teams, we've been right there with them.
We've been right there with them. So let me ask you, how does that make you feel about this team? We played the 2 best teams in the Eastern Conference. Well, what we consider to be the 2 best teams in the Eastern Conference. Right now, the schedule doesn't say so. But we've played what most consider to be the 2, not the schedule, but the standings don't say so. Well, for Boston, it does. Boston's 4-0. Milwaukee's now 3-2, 6th in the Eastern Conference. The Knicks now 2-4, 10th in the Eastern Conference. Probably too early to name off who's where in the standings, but that's where they are right now. What do you take from that?
I'll say the Knicks are up there, man. I think the Knicks, if they're healthy and tweak a few things, the Knicks can play with any of these guys. I'm really convinced about that now. I mean, between me seeing us playing against the Milwaukee Bucks and the Celtics, we could beat them. I think we could beat them. I think we can match up really well with them. We got to be healthy. I don't know if you could tell me. Can you tell me the rebounding?
Rebounding.
The Bucks and the Knicks.
Yeah, let me see. Give me just 1 second, and I'll let you know what those total numbers are. Because sometimes the NBA, they got crazy numbers up there. All right, so just give me a second, and I'll let you, if I can find it. See if I can find it. I'll let you know what those numbers are. I mean, the Knicks. Listen, the Knicks are always going to be a decent rebounding team. Let me see. Julius Randle had 12 rebounds. Josh Hart had 10 rebounds. Mitchell Robinson had 15 rebounds. So the Knicks had
rebounded really, really well, by the way. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, the Knicks had 56 rebounds on the night. The Milwaukee Bucks had 43 rebounds on the night.
So the Knicks are rebounding really well.
Well, they're rebounding well because there's a lot of offensive rebounds to go around. So they're grabbing them.
Right? Yeah, that's true. You ain't lying about that.
You know what I'm saying? There's offensive rebounds. I mean, Josh Hart, 2 offensive rebounds. Randall, 4 offensive rebounds. Mitchell Robinson, 6 offensive rebounds. There's a lot of them to go around. What I really like is that Mitchell Robinson is doing it on the defensive side with the rebounds too, right? Tonight he had 6 offensive rebounds, but 9 defensive rebounds. That's something that he had 0 points tonight too, but that's something that Steph used to always, I need him to get on the defensive glass, and Mitchell Robinson's been doing that. Mitchell Robinson's been playing really, really well this season so far. No points tonight, but he had some tough tasks. It's tough. Something that I want people to pay attention to, because right now this is what teams are doing to Randall and Brunson. If you watch the way the Knicks played Giannis tonight, and if you didn't get a chance to really look at it and see it, go back and see the way that the Knicks played Giannis tonight. And when he gets in the lane, when he touches the ball, like all eyes are on him. And as soon as he makes a move, they're ready to collapse. You're seeing that against Brunson. Brunson still had 45 tonight. You're seeing that against Randall. Randall doesn't have the skill to do what Brunson does. He doesn't have the footwork. He doesn't have the mid-range jump shot. Right? And this is where, I think Randall, is really struggling to get the points that we want him to get, because he does not have those skill sets. You know what I mean? But that's the type of defense that's coming at both of those guys. And the Knicks have got to figure out how to score out of that type of defense. I'm going to say this, though. I don't think Milwaukee is going to be top 2 this year. Damian Lillard, great. Love him. Giannis, love him too. I don't think they're going to be top 3. I really don't. You?
No, you know what's crazy, son? To be real with you, man. I'm having not controversy, but I think the NBA is protecting the Bucks right now because, I mean, how many games did they play so far?
They played 5 games.
5 games.
Why are they protecting them?
I don't know, man. Just the foul calling tonight was just a little, Yeah.
I mean, I know. I listen. That happens with the Knicks a lot. The Knicks are a team that creates contact. Melo used to create contact, right? The Knicks are a team right now that creates a lot of contact. So I think there's going to be some. The Knicks are not going to get some calls. I thought in the fourth quarter when Randall went to the basket, I thought he was getting banged by Giannis. I think his shot got blocked by Brook Lopez, but I thought he was getting banged by Giannis, and maybe there could have been a foul call there, but he was also helping to create some of the contact, so the ref's not going to call it. Giannis tonight, Giannis with 22 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists for Giannis tonight. Honestly, he shot 60% from the field. He went 3 for 3 from the 3-point line.
That's crazy.
Somebody always doing something crazy against the Knicks.
Against the Knicks, man. Everybody wants to decide to shoot against the Knicks.
And then because he goes 3 for 3, Mitchell Robinson gets caught on, fouls him on a 3-point line because, he fakes a 3-pointer. How many times does Giannis get fouled on the 3-point line? But he did tonight. And Mitchell Robinson had every right to go for the fake because the man was 3 for 3 from the 3-point line. Get out of here with that.
Hey, at least he missed the 3 free throws.
He missed the 3 free throws. That was big too. That was big for the Knicks.
Also, too, it was that moving screen that killed me too, son. With Brook Lopez, man, when he obliterated. I think it was either Josh Hart or Quentin Grimes.
Josh Hart, I think it was.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, he was moving.
I mean, I get it, man. 22 points for Giannis. Damian Lillard, 30 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. He shot 46% from the field. He shot 57% from the 3-point line. Chris Middleton, 12 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. Chris Middleton is, not the same Chris Middleton that we've seen. Jay Crowder, 14 points. Malik Beasley had 0 points. Bootcamp had 13 points. Just a little bit more, man. The Knicks get this win. Just a little bit more. The Knicks get the win tonight. When you look at, you look at some of the stats of the game. We mentioned the rebounding numbers. What you see on the screen is wrong because the NBA.com always gets it wrong when they do totals for some reason. But only 18 assists for the Knicks, 24 for the Bucks. Both teams with 6 steals. The Bucks with 10 blocks, 7 of them by Lopez. 1 block for the Knicks. 10 turnovers for the Knicks. They took care of the ball. Good job. 14 for the Milwaukee Bucks. Comes down to shooting, though, ladies and gentlemen. 39% from the field for the Knicks. 42.7% from the field for the Bucks. The Knicks, 25.6% from the 3-point line. And the Milwaukee Bucks, 51.3%.
Jesus, man.
51.3% from the second to the third quarter. Like the Bucks was knocking down threes. And yet still, the Knicks had a lead late in the fourth quarter. A 2-point lead late in the fourth quarter. A 2-point lead late in the fourth. And then the Bucks, go on a run. And the Knicks can't match it. The Knicks, 76% from the free throw line, a little bit better. The Bucks, 71.4%. 42 points in the paint for the Knicks. 13 second chance points for the Knicks. 15 fast break points for the Knicks. Milwaukee, 7 fast break points. Only 9 second chance points for Milwaukee. And 28 points in the paint.
So, Slim, you know what the crazy thing is? The thing that points out to me, 51% from three.
What's that?
That's what really sticks out to me. Like,
Oh.
if you reading that, because everything else is pretty much, pretty much the same across the board, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
That 51%, man. I mean, you can't let a team do that, man. Like, you let a team do 50% from three. I mean, what are you doing? No perimeter defense. And also of all people, Giannis goes perfect from three. That's the laugh of it all.
I dig it. I mean, but they made 23s. They were 20 for 39. 20 for the 39. The Knicks were 10 for 39. Right? That's 30 more points from the 3-point line. But now the Knicks, they were 38 for 96 from the field overall. The Bucks were 35 for 82 from the field. So obviously the Knicks made more twos, and the Knicks are getting more shots up than their opponents.
Wait, how many more shots we had than them?
The Knicks had 96 shots. The Bucks had
And they
82 shots. Now, and I guess my question here is, the Knicks are obviously getting up more shots. How much do you think, Tony, the Knicks maybe shooting a little bit faster is playing into their poor shooting percentage? Do you think that has any bearing on it? And Big Bob, I'm gonna let you go, man. You can, you're not gonna just be a resident phone caller and stay on the phone for 30 minutes when other people are trying to call in too.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
First of all,
You can get in. You dig what I'm saying? You want to sit here and just be on the call like,
you want me to expose you for everybody?
You're not talking to your girl, bro. Like
You want me to expose you for? You want me to expose you for everybody?
Go ahead, do what you what.
Get off
I've been. Tony, stop. You're supposed to be neutral, Tony. I've been asking for the chat for this. I'm asking for the link.
Don't even have. It's the same one.
Oh,
It is
man.
the same one. Everybody else has it every day. Not every day. Every time you want to get on, what's the link? And it'd be the same one.
All right, can you send the link, please?
And it's going to be the same one I sent you before.
If it is, I will say it on the show.
Get this dude, man. Get off my line. Get him out of here. Man, so Tony, what do you think, man? Does the shot attempts, the faster shooting, does it play into their poor percentage?
I mean, it does. It might, but I don't want them to play any slower. You know what I mean? And Thibodeau obviously keeps saying he wants them to play faster than they are currently.
Mm-hmm.
So, it might be, but I'm not against it. You know what I mean? Because I want them to play faster.
Right.
So it's almost like a catch-22.
Right. Now I dig it. Freeman 48 says some of it is bad shot selection. And sometimes when you're playing faster, you have, you shoot bad shots. Right? People talk about the Warriors and stuff like that. The Warriors shoot a lot of bad shots. It's just that they make them. But they are actually bad shots for the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? But they make them. They take some quick shots. I'm not gonna say all of them are bad. You know what I'm saying? They are shooting it quicker. I just wonder if, do you think if they can, maybe they got to slice the bread, or maybe they got to slice it down the middle a little bit. Maybe slow it down just a tad bit. And I'm not saying they're playing at like a super duper pace, but in some of those, at some times, maybe slow it down just a little bit so they're getting maybe a little bit better shot or catching their rhythm a little bit more. I don't know. Or maybe they need to keep playing this way until they figure it out. until they
I
start
think
to make those shots.
that
They get
that's where I'm going.
accustomed to it.
They
You know
got
what
to
I'm
figure it
saying?
out because to me, they're just they're out of rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like so, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times, a pass won't be perfect,
Right.
which definitely affects the shot and how you know what I mean, how you get the shot, how the defender recovers, so how much space you have. So is that sometimes the shot is clean and then there's a hesitation. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Almost like you wasn't expecting it. So to me, I think it's just like little nuances that I think the shots will get better. I do. I do. Because they get good shots. It's just they're just not clean. Either the pass isn't clean or they
That's true.
hesitating.
Or they're hesitating. Right. Yeah, and you know, part of that is if you're trying to move fast and go fast, you know what I mean. The passes might not be clean. You know, all of those things. You know, and it's still not to say that their offense is a juggernaut because it's obviously not a juggernaut. But you know, they've been consistently out shooting their opponents. Now, some of it could be due to the Knicks defense because the Knicks defense is good. I don't care what nobody says. They got a good defense. You know what I mean? For the Bucks to shoot 50 whatever percent from the 3-point line and still were struggling down the stretch to score the ball and the Knicks were able to stay in the game, that's one hell of a defense right there. If the offense can catch up to the defense, they'll be tough.
It's funny. I was ready to come in here and eat my words because it was two things I said. I didn't think we could beat the Bucks with Randall not playing well,
Mm-hmm.
and not just the Bucks, but most teams. I don't think we're gonna win if we're not shooting the ball well and they are shooting the ball well. Like
Right. Oh,
for
yeah.
instance tonight, and we were right there. You,
We were
you know
right
what I
there.
mean? Like we, I was shocked. I ain't even leave my job's parking lot just so I could finish watching the game.
And you know what else helped to get us right there? Is Brunson kept us in the game. That's what got us there. Brunson kept us in the game. And then in the fourth quarter, Randall started to hit some shots. Right? Then Randall started to score. So now you had to worry about Brunson and Randall in that fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? And it opened it up. And it still just makes me go back, man, if he was hitting these shots the entire game, this game looks, the Knicks win. I don't even want to say it looks different. They win.
And Grimes had a good game. He had a lot more attempts than what he's had all year. But I felt like he should have pulled IQ back in because he's more of a threat. He's more of a guy that you got to keep your eye on. You got to focus on.
Right.
So it opens it up for Randall, Brunson. You know what I mean? Like it.
Yeah.
It's, so,
I
but
dig it.
IQ definitely had a great game. So it's no knock on IQ. I mean, Grimes had a good game. There's no knock on Grimes when I say that.
Yeah.
It was just that end of game situation. We had momentum. They looked flustered.
Yeah, Grimes had a good game, except for that.
Hold on, Tim. I'll be right back.
All right, yeah, handle your business. Cat bugging out and whatnot. You know what I mean? Yeah, Grimes had a good game except for that that one possession where he allowed Damian Lillard to cut back door, kind of lost track of Damian Lillard, but it's gonna happen. Big shout out to Omar Richardson. Thank you for the Cash App. He said for salute, Sim, we're looking at year one Randall. He's looked that way. No doubt about that. He's looked, a little bit like year one Randall. That's we don't need that back. I don't think it's gonna stay that way. You know what I'm saying? I think that at some point Julius Randle's gonna find his rhythm. You know what I mean? I think he's going to find his rhythm, and the Knicks are going to, start playing better, start making shots. Really, that's the key right there, making shots. Give me a call, ladies and gentlemen, 516-362-5212. I want to hear your reactions. I want to know what you're thinking about the game. Hector Gaston said, we're not making the playoffs. I don't know, Hector. I think I disagree with that, bro. I think we're making the playoffs. I know, it seems bleak right now. Things, feel a little grim because we're not playing well. Right? But, listen, over the first 6 games, Boston, playoff team. I mean, championship contending team. Milwaukee, championship contending team. Atlanta, playoff team. New Orleans Pelicans. I mean, last season, before Zion went out, was a playoff team. They made the play-in. Right? Cleveland, playoff team. Cleveland again, playoff team. Milwaukee. We just mentioned Milwaukee. So it's not like the Knicks have had a cakewalk to begin the season. So I'm not going to say they're not going to make the playoffs. And I'm definitely not going to say that they're a 20-win team. Come on, Hector, you bugging. You bugging. I'm saying we my man said a 20-win team, Tony. Come on now.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I feel like this game might actually be a momentum builder.
It could be,
even though we lost, and even though for the most part Brunson carried us. But there was fight down the end. You know what I mean? Like this game looked more like last year's team than some of the other games.
Yeah.
So yeah, this might be the momentum builder. I feel like Grimes again played very well tonight. I liked his shot attempts. I like his percent. His efficiency. I wish he would have been more involved down the stretch, but other than that, man, I agree. I think Randall will get it together. It's going to take a little bit. Let's give him 10, 20 games. You know what I mean? Before that's what we was going to do to evaluate the team anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't know why we would try to evaluate individuals.
Because it's Julius Randle. You know what I'm saying? It's Julius Randle. You know what I mean? People that don't like Randle. And I'm saying this only for the people that don't like Randle. For a lot of last season, they couldn't say much, so they're just waiting for those moments. You know what I mean? And then, of course, you got people who are just fair. They like Randle or they're neutral, and they know that, right now Julius Randle is struggling. And, rightfully so. He deserves anything that's coming his way, fair criticism, not name calling, all that wild stuff that people do. But fair criticism, he obviously deserves to come in his way. Still Knicks fan. He said, Hart played well tonight. Dante was active defensively, and Brunson was phenomenal. The Villanova boys were fine tonight. Yeah, no doubt about that. You know what I'm saying? Brunson played, a hell of a basketball game, and, this is what you expect from a leader. Right?
So I had heard earlier you said the Bucks might not be a top 2 team, and my question to you: how much do you think the rookie coach has to do with that, as opposed to just like the chemistry?
It could,
because I would think that's my thoughts on it. And I heard something early in the game where they was talking about how the coach has made an adjustment with Brook Lopez per the players. You know what I mean? The players came to him and told him like they want him in drop coverage as opposed to up on I guess in the perimeter. And tonight was the first night that he kind of used that.
And then he got 7 blocks.
And he got 7 blocks.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? So,
the thing is, for any coach, not even just a rookie coach, for any coach, listen to your players. You know what I'm saying? See what they're see what it is. They're the ones on the floor. They feel the speed of the game. They feel the strength of their opposing players. They know who can do what out there. You know what I mean? Listen to your players and try to help your players, do the things that they're asking for. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's something that goes against your philosophy, this and that, you either have to make an adjustment, and say, okay, we're going to do it this way. We'll try it this way. But, when you listen to your players, they know you got your back. They know you got their back. You build some trust. They don't feel like, oh, it's just, it's a dictatorship. But they also got to know who's in charge too. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's smart to listen to the players. You know what I mean? I think it's smart to listen to the players. B Baller for real said the people that don't like Randall don't like him specifically for these reasons, for these seasons. That's fair. What's unfair is to think his detractors are waiting for his demise. We want a winning project. I'm gonna tell you right now. Go on Twitter and just look. People are waiting. I've seen people say, I hope the Knicks lose so that they trade Randall. I have literally seen people say that. Trust me, those people are out there. He deserves criticism right now. No doubt about it. But there are people that are simply like, man, I hope the Knicks lose so they can trade Randall. So that they realize they can't win with him. I'm telling you.
Or I hope he plays well so they trade him.
Or that.
So you don't want him to play well, so we play better.
Right.
You want him to play well, so we trade him. It's crazy.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry, B Baller. I don't know if you're one of them or not. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you obviously took offense to it and came to your defense. So maybe you one of them. I don't know. Maybe you one of them. Any key plays or decisions for you tonight, Tony?
I mean, not really. I only got to watch the fourth quarter, and I'll be honest. Here's some Randall criticism because it was late in the game, and it was after he scored 2 buckets and had the 1 or 2 from the free throw line. I just felt like he forced the shot. You know what I mean? I think we was down 4, maybe 6. The game was what I thought was out of reach at the time, but he helped it go out of reach. He ended up getting blocked, I believe, or missed the ball stolen. I don't think he even got the shot at tempo.
What play was this?
It was late in the fourth quarter. Like I said, it was after he scored 2 baskets. It was after he went 1 for 2 from the free throw line.
I think he got blocked from Brook Lopez. I thought he should have been to the foul line. I thought Giannis fouled him. I was just talking to Isaiah about that.
Not that one. I saw that one.
Which one was that? Which one was this?
It was after this. It was after this.
I know he had one. The game was kind of out of reach. He went to the basket and he missed the layup. But I thought it was a good take because it was only like 20-something seconds left.
That's
or
the
something
one
like that. To.
But at that point, if you're gonna win, if we was gonna still win, we needed a 3. And
yeah, they were saying on the telecast, wondering why they didn't take threes. Even on the play, Brunson inbounded the ball, and then he went back door, and Randall found him, and it was a 2. They were, it seemed like they were looking to get 2s. That whole last 30 seconds, like they were looking to get, 2-point shots. I'm gonna tell you what one of my key plays were. Probably the biggest play of the night for me didn't even come from the Knicks, but I think it still relates to the Knicks a little bit.
Was it a missed call?
No, it was
that Brunson traveled too.
It was the Knicks were up 2.
Okay.
right? The Knicks were up 2 off of Brunson's 3. And then Damian Lillard was in the corner. And he did a little curl around, came around Giannis. Giannis handed the ball off to him, and he knocks down the 3. The Bucks get the lead back, and they never look back, right? That was a key play for me. And the reason why I say it relates to the Knicks is because you see that little quirk right there? Just a little quirk, just a small little play. The Knicks.
That was the 3 right after we took the lead.
Right.
And they took it
right
back.
The Knicks were up 2. Brunson hit a 3. The Knicks were up 2. And Lillard came around, curled around Giannis, started in the corner. Right? Giannis is on the wing. Damian Lillard's in the corner. He curls around Giannis, comes around. Giannis hands the ball off to him. He knocks down the 3. Little quirks like that help you win basketball games. And the Knicks have none of those. Right? Well, I seen something a little bit different today. I seen Quentin Grimes coming out of the post to set a screen for Brunson, right? And then he'd set the screen for Brunson, and then Randall would be over on the wing and come towards the ball. Brunson would have the decision to go to the basket or to kick it to Randall. I seen that a little bit. But those little type of things right there that you just seen between Giannis and Damian Lillard, they're 2 best players, right? A nice little sneaky play that the opposing team maybe isn't even ready for. They'll be ready for it the next game, right? But those little things help you win ball games, and we don't have those. We don't have those little things, right? You know, and it's those, you know, we find ways to get shots open and stuff like that. We do. But when you got close games, those little things are successful because everyone's at high alert. Everyone's worried about this, that, and the third. Some people have anxiety. Some people aren't sure what to do. And when you have that kind of movement, that kind of a play, people can easily get lost. And we see it all the time. In basketball, you know, when you have little things like that happen, and I think the Knicks need more of, I can't even say more. They need them. They don't have them. They don't have those little type of things. You know what I mean? And you know, those things help you win basketball games. You know, so that was a key play for me. And I think Tom Thibodeau needs to take heed to that and figure out ways to put some of those things into the game, right? Put it into your system. Because they win. They win. You know what I mean? The Public Enemy says, Simitoni, thank your coach. Tibbs is getting out-coached by a first-year coach. Hey, you know what? On that play, he did. He got out-coached on that play. That was a good play. You know what I'm saying? That was a good play. That was a nice little quirk. And, you know, Tom Thibodeau needs to, maybe talk, have a meeting, talk to some of his guys, say, hey, how can we get a few little things in here that, throw some misdirection out there, a couple of rubs, you know what I'm saying? Just some things that make teams think. And have to defend us differently. Will it happen? Probably not. Tom Thibodeau is very regimented in things that he does. My man, still Knicks fans. He said, hey, I'm not going to argue that B-baller for real. Nothing Julius is doing with the basketballs offensively is working the way it should. He is struggling big time. However, it will pass. I think it will pass as well. You know what I mean?
I just wanted to say Adrian Griffin's a student of Tom Thibodeau.
Yeah. Anything else about the game, though, that,
Oh, the Dame Lillard layup. I believe it came after the 3. He hit the 3. Brunson missed the next shot.
Yeah.
And then he scored a layup. On that layup, when he was trapped, he was pivoting and spinning, and then switch pivots to make that layup. And I think we called a timeout, and they showed it again. And yeah, he definitely switched pivots. I think somebody was talking about it, like how it was such a good move, and then you can see like when he's watching the replay as he's talking, and then he kind of just shuts up.
But I have to see it again just to pay attention to it. But here's the rule with the pivots. Okay? Here's the rule with the pivots. On that step through that he did. So you're on your pivot, let's say with your right foot. Let's just say, for example, that's your pivot. Right? And so now you step through with your left foot, and then you pick up the right foot and you go to the basket. It doesn't count as changing your pivot until the right foot hits the floor again. So as long as you release the ball,
I gotta look at it too then.
You gotta, look at it. As long as you release the ball, it's not changing pivots. It's only changing the pivot once that foot hits the floor again. That's what makes it a travel. Right? I just learned this, right? Because we have referees come in and and tell us things that they're looking for, things that they're paying attention to, and stuff like that. My assistant coach is also a referee now, so we've really been studying what the referees are looking at, and we just went over that about changing pivots. You know what I'm saying, or about what constitutes the completion of a change of a pivot. You know what I mean? So we'd have to look at it and see, did he bring it down? And that makes it a change of a pivot. Or something else that go ahead.
I gotta look at it again because maybe I missaw, but it looked like he switched pivots and actually jumped off the previous pivot foot.
I mean, he could have. I didn't pay attention to it to see it, but I know a lot of times on those step throughs, people think it's a travel when actually it's not, because you didn't bring that foot back down.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I'd have to look at it to see. I didn't pay attention on whether or not I was probably like mad, bugging out, making noise or something like that because I was upset that he scored. You know what I mean? So I'd have to see. It could have been a travel. He could have switched pivots, and they do it in the league all the time, switching pivots and all kinds of wild stuff. I was a little upset that, not to say that Grimes played bad defense, but I thought his positioning was a little tough on that one too. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, why'd you take that position? You kind of opened up the step through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You was kind of on the side. You opened that step through up. Obviously, it's hard to defend a guy like Damian Lillard, though.
Yeah. And it started off well, too. It started off with good defense.
Started off well. Good defense.
Into that one.
Right. And then he gets the step through.
He made a hard stance, too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got you. And he was like, no, you don't.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Uncle Fulio, of course, didn't make it onto the show because he knew he was going to hear it about saying that Jalen Brunson, isn't a match for Damian Lillard. He knew he was going to hear it when he said, that's not a wash. When we were talking about matchups earlier today, he said it's not a wash. Obviously, it was more than a wash tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody got washed.
It's more than a wash tonight. Uncle Fulio, where you at? Where are you? Uncle Fulio. He said he was going to be on tonight. Maybe it's because his Bluetooth headphones wasn't working well. I don't know. But anyway, Jalen Brunson, 45 points. Definitely my player of the game tonight. Even though the Knicks didn't win, he is my player of the game. Nothing you can say, man. Great game from Jalen Brunson tonight. Just a great basketball game. Shooting the ball well. Just took his team, put him on his shoulders, dragged him to the end. Right? Dragged the team to the end until he could get some help out there. If he had more help throughout the game, the Knicks win it. the Knicks win it. You know, I don't know. Who's your player of the game? Same person or you muted?
That's a no-brainer. So yeah.
Do you think this game is going to, is it spurring Brunson along now? Is it, do you think, all right, bam, he exploded. He had that explosion. Now it's going to be consistent.
He's back. He's back. He's back.
Randall
He's
needs
back,
to have that explosion.
and that's encouraging for the team to know that. You know what I mean? So now it's like y'all don't got to be frantic, knowing that he could win you a game literally. Now it's really about just doing my part. I don't got to think about I got to do extra. You know what I mean? And this is I'm not referring to Randall. I'm talking about the rest of the team. We've seen the Knicks be able to win when Randall doesn't play well, if Brunson's playing well and the team collectively is playing well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And vice versa. So I think the problem was I'm not saying Brunson was playing bad, but he wasn't himself. You know what I mean? So now it's like, all right, we got our guy back, one of our guys back.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think Randall should be on pace to be right behind him.
He gotta be. He's gotta be. He's gotta be on pace to be behind him, man. He's gotta be on pace. Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor, support the channel. You already know we've been demonetized, so find it in your heart. Hit the Cash App, $ nothing but Knicks, or PayPal at paypal.me/nothing but Knicks. And we would definitely appreciate it. The Knicks play the Los Angeles Clippers on Monday. They get 2 days off. They play the Clippers on Monday. James Harden is probably going to debut for the Clippers. Is it in New York? Let's see. Monday the 30th. Monday. Oh, hold on. Monday is the 6th. I'm bugging out.
No, we play Monday too, though.
Yeah, we play Monday versus the Clippers, and the game is at home. Play at home.
We play Sunday too, right?
Did we play Sunday?
I thought we played Sunday and Monday. We got another back-to-back. Am I wrong?
I hope not. That's too many back-to-backs to start the season. No, we don't play on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they get 2 days off.
Okay.
2 days off, so they can leave Milwaukee, get back to New York. 2 days off. Randall needs to get in the gym and shoot. Get in the gym, shoot. Get in the gym, shoot. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you can get that rhythm going. What's your thoughts on that game?
At the Garden, dang, man.
That's supposed to be our comfort zone.
It's supposed to be, but we know what the history is.
No doubt about it.
And now it's like, I mean, you wouldn't even be a fool to be betting that Harden has one of them games. You know what I mean? But it don't even got to be Harden. It could be a plethora of different players that could have that game. I don't know, man. I think the Clippers are dangerous. The only thing I'll say is this is his first game, so it could go either way. Mm-hmm. But I would think it's more likely he has a good first game and then the struggles, you know what I mean?
Right.
Happen.
Right.
Just because of like adrenaline, hasn't played this year, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think
want to prove his worth.
Yeah, I think I think he's gonna try to in the first game probably try to fit in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I think he'll have a lot of assists. He'll take what shots he gets, but I think he's gonna have a lot of assists on Monday, which could be dangerous because now he's setting up Paul George, he's setting up Kawhi Leonard, right? You know what I mean? He's setting these guys up, and then he'll probably hit a big shot or two because now all the attention is on these guys, and then bam, now he's loose.
There's so many different ways like the Clippers could be like it's so many different ways this could go with that team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It could go well a number of different ways. It could go bad a number of different ways. Like just imagine, and it's unlikely, but imagine if James Harden buys in to being the sixth man. And I say that in the sense of you heard his comments about he's not a system player, he is the system.
Mm-hmm.
There's already talks of is Russell Westbrook going to the bench? Because should Harden be the point guard, he's probably less effective as the two guard because the ball is in his hands less, such and such. So I'm just saying, if he want to be Houston Harden, you have that opportunity in the bench, and it don't mess up no type of chemistry or anything that's going on with that starting unit.
Right.
So I mean, that's just one way that it could go, and I could see it going left or right, but it's just a bunch of different ways this thing could go good or bad.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It sucks that we gotta play the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? It'd be nice to have one of those, easy games coming up. But I don't know if we have one in the foreseeable future, man. Even the San Antonio Spurs are 3-2 on the season and playing good basketball.
I'd rather have these tough games though, because it's gonna build you or break you.
That's true.
And I don't think this team breaks. You know what I mean? Like we could have folded tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like even the games that we lose horribly, the score don't end up reflecting that. You know what I mean? Like we go on these runs, we make it respectable in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
If especially if you didn't watch it, you know what I mean? You just looking at the box scores or whatever, or the end result. I mean the final score. But yeah, we don't fold.
Yeah. Let me get to a caller real quick. Caller, you're live. Name me where you're from, please.
This is the infamous Mark Love.
I don't know a Mark Love, man.
Mark.
I don't know a Mark Love. I know a who's Mark.
I know a where's Mark.
This is me, Sim.
I know it's you. I know it's you. I'm just saying. I don't know a Mark Love. I know who's Mark.
Hey, listen, man, I got many identities, man.
What's going on,
I want
man?
to say, I had time to calm down.
Mm-hmm.
Took my time. I don't know, Sam. How are you feeling? I got to gauge you.
I mean, listen, we're 2-4 on the season, and it's tough for me because we're not playing well, but we're right here with some of the top teams in the Eastern Conference, even though we're not playing well. Having a chance to win these basketball games against the Bucks, against Boston, right? A chance to win it. But it troubles me that, Randall's having a slow start. Now RJ is hurt and he's out. He was questionable tonight, didn't play. We'll see how long that's going to last. I'm glad that finally Jalen Brunson was able to get off. But it's been hard for these guys to score. And I'm not talking about just because their shooting percentage is low, but like they're having trouble getting to spots to score the basketball. They've got to work so hard. You know what I mean? And I think that's part of the reason why their shooting percentages are so low. It's troublesome. It's troublesome.
The spacing is just, it stinks. Player, I don't know. I just want to shout out Mitchell Robinson because without that dude, bro, we would get spanked by 20 every night. We would get spanked.
The funny
I
thing
don't
is, though,
know.
he's part of the bad spacing.
He is.
No,
But you're absolutely
no.
right.
Wait.
He's part of it, Mark.
Yeah, but you have other guys that don't move.
No, I get it, but he's part of the bad spacing. I don't think movement always has to do with spacing. I think
Yes,
it's
because when
two
you have,
different
when you have your
things.
power forward on the perimeter, if anytime Mitchell's coming, he's coming to set the screen majority of the time. If your power forward is not moving, it's going to be a problem. He has to move.
But what I'm saying is when Mitchell Robinson is coming to set a screen, normally your power forward is in the corner, right? And so you're trying to get that Mitchell Robinson on either RJ or Jalen Brunson, giving him the chance to lob to the basket. But when either RJ or Brunson or Randall has a chance to drive to the lane, Mitchell Robinson is always in that dunker spot, which means his guy is lurking around the basket. And I think, what Tony is saying with him being part of the spacing issues, that's part of the spacing issues. I'm not blaming Mitchell. Mitchell Robinson's played great. He's doing what he does and doing it very, very well. He's doing what he's good at, and he's doing it well. So I don't think there's no way you can look at this 2-4 start and say it's Mitchell Robinson's fault. Obviously, you can't do that because he's doing what he does and doing it at a high clip. Offensive rebounding, defensive rebounding, getting blocks, only one block tonight, but getting some block shots. When he's got caught on guards, you know what I'm saying? He's been able to stick with them. So he's done a lot of good stuff. I think, but I'm just explaining what, I think Tony was saying about the spacing, that's all.
I'm going to say this, bro. Sorry. Randall has to sit if he plays like this because I don't care what nobody says. He sells this team out, meaning his mannerism stinks. When he does not get a basket, it's like a child in a playground that can't get the ball. I don't want to play anymore. He's selling us out. He is selling us out. And if he's going to be a high usage guy, he cannot have that attitude. I don't care if you don't score. Do something else. Then he has to. Listen, bro. He can't keep chucking these 3 points like he's the second coming of the best power forward shooting. He can't. He's not a shooter. He can make a three, but he's not a shooter.
1 for 9. 1 for 9.
Huh?
I said 1 for 9 from the 3-point line tonight.
Bro, it's not even. Listen, I wouldn't be mad if he hustled or when we run a pick and roll. Why don't he dive? Why don't
that man ain't diving on the, that man ain't diving. Oh, you mean roll to the basket? I was about to say he ain't diving on the floor.
No, when I mean dive, I mean going straight to the basket or off a pick and roll. That's why we're having trouble.
Well, okay. So I'm gonna, in my opinion, I'm telling you why. In my opinion, he doesn't dive because Mitchell Robinson is down there and there's no space for it. I'm sorry. I think if you had a
no. So you tell no. So what you're saying means Mitch cannot move out.
No. Mitch, if you gotta watch the game.
Even if he does, his defender knows he's not a threat wherever he's going.
I'm telling you right now. Listen. I'm telling you right now, and this is not to take anything away from how Tom Thibodeau, creates this. This is not to say that Tom Thibodeau is creating it the right way because maybe there's things you can do. But I'm telling you right now, you gotta watch it whenever either Randall or RJ or Brunson has the ball in that mid-post area. Mitchell Robinson, no matter where he is, his man is lurking to the ball side of the basket. Or if somebody else is the roller in a pick and roll, his man is lurking to the roller side, which negates anybody else doing that pick and roll. And it's because Mitchell Robinson can't spread the floor, right? So,
okay.
So it creates where he has to pop. If there was somebody else out there and he wasn't rolling, I'd be like, yo, you got to roll to the basket. We need you to roll to the basket. When he's playing Like I remember when he was there with Kemba Walker, and sometimes they would play small and he would play that center position. I've seen some successful pick and rolls with him and Kemba Walker. And, this is when Mitchell Robinson wasn't in the game. You know what I'm saying? So we've got to find other ways to make it happen. If you want Randall to roll to the basket, maybe you got to have Mitch and Randall set double screens at the top of the key or something like that. So you got to find other ways to make it happen. I agree. Randall should be rolling to the basket. I think he'd be really, really successful if there were plays with him rolling to the basket.
So
I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%.
Why doesn't he play in the middle? If Randall plays in the middle, he could make a mid-range shot. He can make a pass out of the middle.
He can't. See, Randall doesn't have that mid-range shot. That's part of the problem with his offense right now. Teams are loading up. If you look at someone like Jason Tatum, teams load up under the basket. Okay, you load it up, pop, pop. I'm pulling up, knocking down the mid-range. Randall can't do that. Randall can't do it. And Randall right now, he has no lift, in my opinion. He already couldn't jump high.
Sketches.
He already couldn't jump high. He was never a high jumper. Doesn't have long arms. Every time.
240. Why doesn't he use his body?
Listen. He has no lift. He has no bounce really right now. And anytime he does get to the basket, he double clutches for whatever reason. I don't know why. Right? But he double pumps. He double clutches.
Unsure of him. Doesn't he look like? Anytime he gets the ball, it's like he's contemplating on what to do at the moment.
He's very unsure. I'm telling you, it's this playoff style defense that teams are playing. They've looked at the playoffs, and this is where I have some concern. They've looked at the playoffs and said, okay, we think we can shut Randall down by playing this style of defense. And I feel like I feel like they're playing that style of defense, and he's struggling with it right now. Tom Thibodeau's got to help him figure it out too. With creating something more on the offense. But he's got to figure. He needs a mid-range jump shot.
As a player, he has to figure it out because listen, bro. All these players in the league, they figured it out.
I'm telling you, if he had,
it's been a consistent thing with him throughout his years.
And I'm telling you, the way to figure it out, a mid-range jump shot. He's got to get in the gym and get a mid-range jump shot where he can really pull up a mid-range jump shot. If he can knock down a mid-range jump shot like that, I think it changes. But he don't have it.
His first year here, he had a lot of mid-range jump shots.
The last 4 years, he's been doing mid-range. That's why I'm bringing it up.
To go to the three.
Right, but I think I'm talking about a different like.
You saying like closer to like foul line?
No, I'm saying catch the ball. You see you got these people around you. Okay, I don't have a kick out. Jab, step, boom. Maybe one little dribble, pull up on your toes. I don't think he has it fluent like that.
No, I'm not asking for that. You see anytime when we come down, when the ball handler come down, and then he will come and then he will come and try to post up. Like you get the ball like on a post up, and then he will square up, like saying what Carmelo would do.
Right.
He can take a mid-range there.
He can take it. I'm not saying he can't take it, but I don't think he's making them like that.
No, it's not even that. It's just the threat of that you can do it because what teams are doing now, they know that he's only going to be on the three-point line because this is what's happening. That's why our offense sucks because teams are saying he's only going to stay on the three-point line because not many times he's going to be down in the post, which I don't know why he's not. For the fact, just to be a post center guy, because why don't he run what Draymond would run? Draymond would play the post, look for the cutters. It's so sad. DiVincenzo could cut.
Well, I mean, Tom Thibodeau
cut.
probably has to put that into the game, and right now he hasn't put that into the game. I just think
that's consistent. Just always had a guy that cuts.
I just
our
think
ball handlers don't find our guys.
Yeah, I just think when Randall, the mid-range shots that he does take is off of a spin fadeaway, right? He's in the post, banging. Then he spins back and fades away. Those are the mid-range jump shots that he takes. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for something a little bit different, and I just don't think he has it in his repertoire. And
All right,
what I'm
so-
looking for is what I think would stop teams from playing that type of game, or maybe they would still play it, but he'd be able to score efficiently because he can knock down that mid-range jump shot, you know, over top of guys like a Jason Tatum can do, like we've seen Brandon Ingram be able to do when we just played him. You know, the way that they could hit those type of mid-ranges, and I just don't think Randall has that. I think that's, you know, right now he's all either straight at the basket or three-point shots.
Yeah, it's like he's afraid to get to the line. Like he don't want to be nowhere underneath the paint. You know what, Chip? All I have to say is, if Mitch don't touch the ball to score, but he hustles, I expect Randall to do the same thing when the points are not falling for him. Because this has been a thing. He's the kid at the park that don't get the play on the court, so he took his ball home. So it's like a 4 and 5 in effort with us, and it's killing us because there's times where I'm seeing Mitchell Robinson clean up his defensive coverages. You can't expect Mitch to do all that. He's the best offensive rebounder in the game, was keeping us in the game. He's our defense right now. He's holding it down.
I mean, he's doing this. He's doing his thing.
Listen,
I don't know if he's our only defense. You know, we got guys playing some defense because
havoc.
you know teams haven't. You know, the Knicks have been playing some good defense so far this season. You know what I mean? So you know, you got Grimes playing good defense. You know, you got Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, but Mitch is definitely doing his thing. He's cleaning up the board. So you know, when the Knicks play good defense.
His presence alone is the catalyst.
I get it. When the Knicks play good defense, he cleans up the rebounds, and you need that, right? He finishes the defense with a rebound, no doubt about it.
And before I go, I just want to say this. I know, listen, I like Brunson a lot, but he has to pass the ball sometimes, Tim.
We knew.
Like when I last, even though it's like a double-edged sword because when he scores, it's like, damn, okay, I'm not mad at you. But that last possession where he did a fadeaway, he didn't have to go right away. He should have surveyed the floor first.
I agree.
Because they didn't call for it.
I agree.
And it's
but he's
like
also the guy.
He is.
If I have 45 points, I'm probably taking that shot.
Then also the guy don't always take the shot. That's what I'm saying.
Who else was his sidekick wasn't making shots? What was he gonna do?
Yeah, no, you're right. No, you're right. That's why it's like I'm not mad, but I'm mad at the same time because it was a dumb shot. Because he should have never did that. But it is what it is.
Oh no, I mean.
He should have never sat quickly. He should have kept quickly in the fourth quarter.
Okay.
That's why I was saying quickly at that point.
Quickly was
because they have confidence in him, right, and they know that he can create. So it's not, you know what I mean? So
and he can defend.
You know what I mean? So if you got to back it out and give him the opportunity.
We overpay for Josh Hart because he don't score. He don't shoot. Like it would have been cool paying him 15, but 20 for that. 20 for that. I know he hustles and all that, but bro, when teams realize you're not shooting, because he's part of the problem too, because that's why teams are loading up on us because he's not shooting. And I hear Tim say it all the time: shoot the ball. I even hear him say it: shoot it. Guys will be open at Thompson.
Yeah.
And they wait for the defender to come.
You know,
they wait for the defender to come.
That's why I would have started Evan Fournier. I've said that a bunch of times, but
no, he has to play.
I would have started Evan Fournier instead of starting Josh Hart because he can hit. He can hit shots and he's going to help spread the floor.
Tim's got to have awareness too. If Randall ain't doing nothing, if Randall's hurting us, he has to sit. I'm sorry.
So who you putting there though? But who are you putting out there right now? Listen, RJ's not there. Who you putting out there?
No, but just like you said, I'm throwing Fournier. I'm throwing someone that can shoot the ball.
But what I'm
saying to shoot the ball.
But at that 4 position, who are you putting on the floor? We don't have a backup 4. We have nobody that can run in that spot.
So Hart can't,
so
Hart can't play the 4?
Who?
Hartenstein can't play the 4?
He must not like putting Hartenstein and Mitch out there together.
It's so crazy because he when he's on the floor, he does the thing that I like a big to do that's in the middle. Because he looks to pass, he looks to play the right way. You have to exhaust anything instead of having someone that's hurting you. I'd rather have someone that's doing something than hurting me. I don't care. I'm trying to win the game.
Yeah,
listen,
I don't know. We can you could try it. I believe you're gonna find that Hart doesn't have enough gravity.
It's not about the gravity.
It is about the gravity. It is about the gravity, I think. Because, the way this offense is designed, it's pulling the defense, get those 3-point shooters open.
But it's not about the 3 over time. It's about just getting the ball in the middle.
It's not. But I'm just saying, I just don't know if Hart has enough gravity. I wouldn't mind seeing him play some of that backup 4 position, having him and Mitch out there.
You would have someone that's just on standby and just
I don't agree that it's just on. I don't agree that. I mean, you act like he didn't have 12 rebounds and 5 assists either with only 1 turnover.
Congratulations.
He does some of those things. I'm just saying. Let's put it like this. You take him out if he's not out there on the floor, even if he's only giving you 16 points and 12 rebounds.
He's hurting us offensively too, son. When he takes dumb shots the way he does.
Listen, and Hart's not going to take any. He's only going to take a few, and so now it's just Brunson out there because RJ's not playing. So there's no other gravity. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why, in my opinion, Tom Thibodeau's keeping him out there on the floor because he has some gravity. You know what I'm saying?
Gravity that he don't use properly.
You don't have
because we get
but you have no other players.
Even with him on the floor.
Mark, you have nobody else. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not defending him. I'm telling you, there's nobody else, bro.
Different.
There's nobody else.
He has to do something different.
What? What?
It's 6 games that Randall's been doing this.
Bro,
he has to try something different.
What?
He didn't even try.
I'm just telling you, I don't think there's anything else. Hartenstein, to me, you can give him 30 minutes if you want and see if it's going to work. I don't think it's going to.
I'd rather
we don't have the gravity. Now, when RJ gets back and you want to try something different, now you can maybe put RJ in that spot and have some other guys out there rotating around RJ if he's playing well. But I just don't think it's going to get done with Hartenstein doing it at the 4 spot. So right now,
we don't try
because I've seen him play. And I know that he can pass from the top of the key.
He was big for us the other night, so what do you mean?
I know he was big for us, but not at the 4 spot. At the center spot.
So I'm having someone on the floor that's not contributing.
All I'm saying. In your view, he's not. In Tom Thibodeau's view, he is in other ways. In your view, he's not. In Tom Thibodeau's view, he is. I'm just saying, I don't think there's an alternative right now.
Does? He rides with his guys no matter how bad they are.
He does. I just don't think there's an alternative. I just don't think there's an alternative, and we'll be very, very, very small out there. You know what I'm saying? We all know we didn't pick up a backup power forward, and this is the reason why we needed one. Go get Taj Gibson. And when Randall was playing like this, put Taj Gibson in the game.
No, what the Knicks did, it made no sense trading Obi. We could have kept him for this year and traded him in the off season. Just have him. There was no point of that.
You could have. But we don't now. So I'm saying go get Taj Gibson. You get Taj Gibson, someone like that. We need another backup true 4, in my opinion. So when Randall's not playing well, you can put him in the game.
Listen, bro.
You put him in the game.
So before I go, I appreciate everything.
We miss you, Mark. I don't know about this Mark Love stuff. I don't know what's going on with all of that. You sound like a wrestler. There was a wrestler, Mark Love. I don't know if it was Mark Love, but it was something Love.
He told you he was a star, baby.
Listen, man. You know why they call him? I just spread the love to everybody.
Okay.
Once my presence is there, the love is spread.
I feel you. Well, we ain't seen you in a minute. I ain't seen Mark at no games. I ain't seen Mark at none of the watch parties, legends, nothing. And the
Listen,
watch parties don't cost
bro,
nothing. What's going on?
I was with Gammo. I was on Gammo's show the other day.
I ain't asking about Gmo. I'm talking about.
No. I'm trying to set up my story because I was going to come to the last show that you had, but something came up with my mom's. That's why I couldn't come. I was going to go to the one that you just recently had, but something happened with my mom, but I had to stay.
We need you out there,
wanted to come every time. I wanted to come. Some ended up happening, or I couldn't get there on time.
Okay, all right.
Why.
We need you,
Not that
bro.
I didn't
We
want
need
to be
you
there
out
because
there.
I be wanting to be there. Like sometimes I be getting mad at myself, yelling at myself, like, why am I this? To say my points, but to make everyone laugh. I be wanting to be there.
Well,
Don't ever think that I don't want to be there. I want to be there.
We need to get you out
there. So what do
there.
we do from now? So with this team, because listen, man. Our schedule, it ain't gonna get any easier.
Not the upcoming schedule. Still, we play the Clippers Monday.
That's what I'm saying, because we can't lose games because I don't think we got it in us to do some marvelous 5 in a row, game winning. Because if we lose another game, that, especially to the Clippers, that's going to linger. Who we play after the Clippers?
San Antonio.
Listen, man, this team needs to get a win. Because it's not looking good. Just not.
I feel you, man. I feel you. I mean, I think we're gonna bounce back. We're gonna be all right. I think we're gonna bounce back.
I hope so.
I think we're gonna bounce back.
Tony,
listen, this Knicks team has been in this situation before. We started last season under 500, right?
Yeah, man. But when you your man that the brand new Skechers guy, you need to take them shoes off. It's them damn shoes. Black people don't wear Skechers. He couldn't get New Balance or something?
Hey, Skechers offered him the money.
Them Skechers, man. He ain't got no lift.
Joel Embiid is. That's why. I don't know if that's due to the Skechers. Joel Embiid is wearing Skechers. Terrence Mann too. Joel
Embiid is a different monster compared to 30. But listen, man. Everyone have a good night. Tony, I see you.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Appreciate
you. No doubt.
Keep up the good work.
No doubt, man. All right. We need to get you out there, brother. We need to get you out there. Peace, Mark. Peace. The Skechers. We knew the Skechers. We knew that was coming. And Varsity Customs TV said they're 150. I haven't seen them anywhere. I haven't looked either, but they're 150?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen, so where you getting them from? They got a Skechers basketball store or something. I don't know where they're getting them from. No, 150. Anyway, man.
Terrence Mann in street clothes.
Yeah, Terrence Mann is in street clothes. I don't know. But, I'm looking forward to Monday. I want to see the Knicks bounce back. You know what I mean? Every single time we, this team, Mark said he's not sure if they can bounce back. I feel like they can. Every time this team has gotten in trouble, like these current players have gotten in trouble, they've bounced back. You know what I mean? So I'm expecting these guys to bounce back. My man, still Knicks fan, said, damn, Julius's is 150 and RJ's Pumas cost 65.
They trying to get a return on that investment.
Yo, 150. 150. I mean, Julius Randle ain't pushing no sneakers to $150. I don't know. Nobody buying them because Julius Randle got them on. It's a lot of money for some Skechers. They'll be at Burlington pretty soon. Curry's Under Armour shoes are way uglier and be selling out. Randall's will sell too. That's because that's Steph Curry.
That's what I was gonna say,
bro.
That's Steph Curry, bro.
That's
Like,
Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying?
you changing the culture.
Yeah. They'll be at Burlington Coat Factory pretty soon. You know what I
They
mean?
are ugly though. But the Currys.
The Currys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I be seeing the Currys at Ross stores and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm positive the Randalls, I don't know what they're called. The Randalls, we was calling them the Air Orthos. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But they'll be at Burlington. They'll be at Ross. They'll be at TJ Maxx pretty soon. You'll be able to pick them up for $65 or cheaper, $34.99 probably in a year or so. I don't know. We'll see how they do. I ain't gonna say it's the Skechers though. It's Julius Randle. I ain't gonna say it's the Skechers. It's Julius Randle. Randle just ain't getting it done. You know what I mean? Jarrell said, them Skechers with those 3D jerseys, nasty work. No, them jerseys, yo. Oh, no. Oh, wow.
Drunk jerseys.
Oh, well. Ralph on Rail said, New Balance is dope. Yeah, you know, my school, you know, we the school I coach at, we're getting ready to wear New Balance. Get New Balance uniforms, New Balance sneakers, and all of that. I don't know if I'm crazy about New Balance basketball sneakers, but we'll see. Keith Turner said I was hyping them up. I'm probably gonna get a pair, just cause. Probably get a pair. I'm gonna try them on at the very least. I'm gonna try them on. If they feel good, I might get a pair, just to have. I don't know if I'm gonna rock them. Actually, the ones that he wore. The green ones, I actually like those. I thought those was pretty dope. I like the green ones, the lime green ones. I thought they was pretty dope. The ones that I think he had them on tonight. I wasn't crazy about. I ain't crazy about them. Who's Mark said I'm such a Knicks fan. I'll probably get a pair of his shoes. I probably will. I bought the Starberries. I bought the Wilson Chandler ponies. You know what I'm saying? I always wear Puma anyway. So I probably will. Like, I don't wear Jordan because I hated Michael Jordan so much. So I was like, man, I ain't rocking them sneakers. Felt like a traitor.
Yeah.
That's just me personally. You know what I mean?
See,
but I almost bought those
Jordans.
ones. I almost bought those ones I showed you the other day, though. If there was my size, I would have copped them joints for $60.
I didn't buy Jordans for the same reason, so.
Yeah.
But you know, if a female decided she wanted to buy me some Jordan, it'd be rude not to wear them.
I feel you. You know. Anyway, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here on the night, ladies and gentlemen. The New York Knicks are 2-4 on the season after losing to the Milwaukee Bucks. They had the chance to win. And they couldn't close it down the stretch. Could not close it down the stretch. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Rico 3 said that Al Harrington had the proteges. I forgot about that. He did have the proteges. He did. Right after the Starberries came out, the proteges came out. It was Al Harrington and somebody else. I forgot who. You know, everybody kind of got on that little wave, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because then Ben Wallace was trying to link with Stephon Marbury. Well, he did link to have his own Starberries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then the Starberry, and then the Stephen Barry store went out of business not long afterwards.
I'm waiting for they should do a documentary on Stephen Barry's and
on Stephen Barry's.
How they fell apart.
Right,
it's a crazy story.
Crazy. But the Knicks drop it 2-4. Knicks fans are up in arms everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Up in arms everywhere. 110 to 105. The Knicks lose. We're going to get up out of here. I appreciate your time, ladies and gentlemen. Please go ahead and support the channel. Hit us on that Cash App. $ nothing but Knicks. Or PayPal.me/nothing but Knicks. All right, we definitely appreciate all of your support anytime that you can support us. All right, we got some time before the Knicks next game. I'll definitely be on. I'm probably gonna. Well, I don't know if I'm not. If I jump on tomorrow, it won't be until maybe in the evening time. I won't be able to do it during the day. I got a basketball game tomorrow to coach, so I gotta make sure I'm there on time, and gotta drive the girls to the game and all that kind of stuff. So maybe tomorrow night I'll be able to jump on and talk some more Knicks. 'Cause I think I got more thoughts. I want to watch the game again, but I think I definitely have some more thoughts about this basketball game, and I want to share them with you. So support the channel if you can, ladies and gentlemen. Again, Cash App, $. Cash App is $ nothing but Knicks, or PayPal is paypal.me/nothing but Knicks. You know what I mean? Yeah. Tony, any last words before we get up out of here?
Shout out to the chat. As always, Joe Black is time. If you didn't see my last episode, I didn't go on Monday. I went on yesterday. Go check that out, Knicks and Bruises. And I'll probably do something Sunday because we play Monday. So
yeah, definitely.
What
check
time we
that
play
out.
Monday? It's
7:30. 7:30 on Monday.
Yeah, I'll probably go on Sunday night instead of Monday. So
Yeah.
check me out Sunday.
Definitely check out Know the Ledge tomorrow morning with Still Knicks fans, right? 11:30, I believe it is, right, Ron? Let me know. Make sure we have the time right. I don't know if you changed the time or not, but 11:30, Know the Ledge will be on. Sure, Ron has a lot to say about tonight's game. Sure, that's the reason why Ron didn't come on and talk, because he had to save all of his takes for tomorrow. All right, so if you want to hear Ron's takes, you got to make sure you tune in tomorrow so you can hear his takes. That's the reason why he didn't come on tonight. I don't blame him. Sometimes you got to keep it vanilla, because if you give away all your takes now, you don't got no takes to, you don't have no original takes. So I respect him for that.
I know the feeling.
You know what I mean? Happens like that. I'm like, dang, all right, I'm going to talk to Morning Brew. Am I gonna say this? I don't know if I'm gonna say that. I might need to save that for my show. You know what I'm saying? What has this podcast world come to?
The messed up thing, he did the right thing, because I'll be on with you trying to hold something. Blurt it out.
No doubt about it, man. Tariq Singleton, man, thank you for hitting me on the Cash App. I definitely appreciate you. You know what I mean? Definitely appreciate you. Appreciate all of you for being here with me tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I guess that's it for me. Go ahead and get up out of here. Ron said it's a 3-hour show tomorrow. 3-hour show.
It's the marathon.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We out, folks. Probably see y'all sometime tomorrow night. Peace.
This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When Sim pass the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Knicks.